We're here today to talk about why your friends are losing so much weight. It is called retatrutide, a GLP-3. That's a GLP, a GIP, and a glucagon agonist. That means it does appetite suppression for the GLP-1. Uh, Not as bad because it doesn't starve you. When they had a lot of cases where people's hairs were falling out and just nutrient imbalance, and they're just starving themselves, bone density loss. So it doesn't do that as much as it does. Curves it a little bit to make you eat a little less. It also, the GIP slows down your gastric emptying. That makes you feel fuller longer, and you don't want to keep eating. And the glucagon is actually an energy expenditure, which it burns fat and visceral fat for energy instead of using glycogen, which the glycogen is stored in muscle. That's what serves the muscle. Is an injectable, 1 to 2 times a week is recommended. Twice a week, I like doing, but when they've done the studies, it was 1 time a week. It's to your preference. I don't like the big up and downs that comes with that. That's why I do it twice a week. You stay on it for your first kit, which is around $150 at this time. Prices may vary. Lasts about 5 weeks. You take 2 milligrams a week for the first 4 weeks. Then you titrate it from there, maybe another milligram or 2 milligrams, or you may even start lower if you don't have very much to lose. You're trying to lose visceral fat, maybe start at a half a milligram a week or milligram a week. It's entirely up to you. But the studies showed that they've done 2 milligrams a week, and then every 2 weeks they titrated up 2 milligrams, but that was pretty fast. You get a lot of side effects, constipation, diarrhea, heartburn. Sometimes you get insomnia. But that's strictly by dose. So if you slower the dose, you, you also mitigate the side effects. Heartburn, before you go to bed, if you eat before you go to bed, you probably get heartburn. You get 2 hours before you go to bed, let your stomach settle down the acids. Um, you administer it around the belly fat, uh, at least 2 inches away from your belly button, just anywhere in the stomach region, or your leg, or wherever you want to where there's fat. Most people do it in the stomach. It's a little insulin needle. It's a 30 gauge by 5/16, so it's less than a bee sting, and it don't hurt, it don't burn. It's pretty good peptide. Um, Pretty friendly. The only thing is it trains you how to eat. Small meals, high protein, moderate carbs, low fat. Works the best. They don't give you much indigestion. People that are complaining of constipation, um, usually they've had constipation before, and it's an ongoing problem. So it doesn't make it any better, but I don't think it'll make it any worse. You can, get stuff to can battle that out if that's one of your side effects. Some itchy skin if you're on too much. I've had people lose 50 pounds using around 2 milligrams a week for 3 months. And I've had people that had to run 8 milligrams a week for 3 months to lose 50. My biggest sex story is around 85 to 90 pounds now lost, and they've been on it about almost 5 months. Um, and then there's countless other people. I've got about 70, 75 on it now, that are all doing really well. It's something that you have to get used to and know your dosing. Some people go up a milligram, some go up a half a milligram every few weeks. Depends on what you can tolerate. You kind of figure that out as you go. Like I'm not a doctor, and I don't ever claim to be. This is all the stuff I've researched, and the people that have been on it have told me, um, some of their side effects and so forth. But we're willing to battle through a few for a long-term effect. It works really well. I'll show you what a kit looks like. It is. It comes with your backwater and your 12 milligram vial of retatrutide. Camera, if I can get it. There we go. 12 milligrams. Usually lasts you about 5 weeks. Um, as you grow into um, the milligrams, if you need to, if you're 100 pounds or more overweight, you're probably gonna have to go up to 5 or 6 milligrams a week, which I sell bigger vials for that refill. I call them refill kits. 12 milligrams, We got 28 milligrams, 20 milligrams. I just recently got a 55 milligram for people that are going to get higher. Usually more like athletes that do that to trim down for bodybuilding contests, so forth. And they'll run 12 to 14 milligrams a week for contest prep. It's a lot safer than the other stuff they were taking. It comes in this case, which the case, once you reconstitute it, which if you decide to purchase, I give you instruction videos on how to reconstitute. Put it in the refrigerator, the whole thing, with the reconstitution water and the peptide. It lasts a lot longer. If you buy extra peptide, you can stick them in the freezer. They're a powder form. In the last 2 years. Out in the open, the last maybe a year. If you put it in the freezer, it'll last 10, 5, 10 years, something in that area. But this is the case. Just the whole thing slides into the refrigerator. Just keep it there. This is the pack. It comes with 13 syringes and the alcohol pads. That's all you're going to need for the first 5 weeks, and then you can order refills. The reconstitution water will last probably 3 or 4 vials of Retta that you can reconstitute with. Just keep that in the refrigerator. Also, make sure to wipe them down. Total instruction video will come your way if you decide to purchase with the product. If you go to my Facebook page and scroll down through some of my um, posts, you'll see that some of the people have lost an amazing amount of weight, and the body recomposition is more of a body recomposition instead of a weight loss, because when you're starting to build muscle, especially if you're working out with doing this, you're not going to see the scale move, but you'll notice your clothes fitting different. You notice different form. If you look at somebody that's it's the same weight muscle wise, the same weight as visceral fat wise, totally different people. So we don't really watch the scale as much as we do what we look like in the mirror and how our clothes fit. Um, One thing that I tell people is, once you get surged with a scale, it doesn't mean it's not working. It's working. If it's in your system, it's working. But visceral fat takes a lot longer to burn than it does subdermal fat. The subdermal fat's got a lot of water in it, and it goes quickly. The visceral fat's more hard and hard to get out and hard to burn. And if you have a lot of it, you use a lot of it for energy. So it's going to take a little bit. All the stuff that I sell is tested. It's third-party tested. We make sure that it's safe for individuals, safe as what the FDA would. Because I take the stuff too, and I don't hurt myself either. So everything really comes from overseas is where we get it. So we don't trust anybody. I don't care if it's made in our backyard. We're still gonna test it just to make sure it's good. It's called COAs, copy of analysis. It tells you the purity, heavy metals, toxins, endotoxins, the sterlings in it. Just kind of let you know what's going on with it. I've never really had a bad one. I've heard of them being bad, but the supplier that I go through, if something's wrong with it, they take it back and give me a new one. So, and I got plenty in stock. So if you're interested, you can message me on Facebook, Jim Wheatcraft, or you can text me. If you message me on Facebook, I'll give you my phone number and you can text me. But I'd rather go through Facebook because I can share videos fairly easy with you just for educational purposes, like the study through Eli Lilly, third phase, which was amazing on it. They've done 8 years worth of studies on it. And the stuff is truly amazing when it's done right, and you can tolerate the first side effects as you just start on it. As you get down the line, they're really non-existent. I just got to get through the first phase of it, and it works really well. Usually, people lose anywhere from 10 to 30 pounds in the first 3 months, depending on what their goals are. I've had them lose as high as 50, which I don't like that much. I like slow and steady. And when they lose too much, it's kind of a concern. I've had a few people lose quite a bit because they want to stop eating because it's working so well. They want more. It's not like that. We have to eat small meals, high protein, low carbs, moderate fats, uh, 60 grams of fat, 150 grams of carbs, and your body weight times 1.5 of protein of goal weight. So if you're 200, your goal weight's 150. You want at least 200, not a minimum of 150. So 200 would be optimal. Like I said, the first kit lasts you about 5 weeks. Then after that, depending on your dosing, um, we got higher volume of milligrams of vials for refills. So if you're interested, message me up and I'll take care. Thank you.